Good morning, students. Many of my students keep on asking the questions personal management and human resource management. What could be the difference? Either there can be a term like personal management is still existing, and under the authority of personal management, what are all the activities to be done? So today our discussion is going to be like the difference between personal management as well as HR management, and what about line and staff authority or line and staff, the difference, and what will be the major roles in HRM, because we all are going to know about the major differences between line and staff, who are all can be categorized as line managers and staff managers, and who can do the crucial role in the development of organization, and is it crucial or not. We can have lots of discussion about these areas, and the major functions of line managers and the staff managers. First, let's talk about personal manager or personal management. So personal management is mainly based on administrative specializations. The person is dealing about administrative activities. Apart from that, you can do selecting and staffing, training, making a harmonized situation. So this all comes under the category of personal management or personal managers. So it was a old terminology which was used long days period, during ancient period it was used, and now HRM, the human resource management, which has replaced the term personal management. Okay, and because before we are all going to know the differences between personal management and human resource management, we need to know the exact concept of personal management. So personal management, as I told you, is administrative focused departments because administrative specialization, in the sense that they can do hiring the employees, they can do the development of employees by giving proper training and other related practices which can be given to the employees. And here they mainly focus on the employees who can be the real tool for producing the product. Okay, so you always think that personal management, they always consider employees as a tool for completing the tasks. Okay, and efficient management is highly focused here in personal management. And as you know, that jobs are assigned on the basis of division of labors. Okay, jobs are assigned on the basis of division of labors, and major all the responsibilities like it's like a mediator between the employer as well as the employees, and making out policies and rules and regulations, and interacting with the employees, and making a different kind of ideas, and doing all kinds of support towards the employees. So let's talk about, so you may be asking the same questions. All HR also could do the same role. So what could be the difference? So let's talk about HR, and before I'm talking about HRM, still the terminology exists. There can be questions. See guys, lots of governmental sectors still they have personal managers rather than having human resource managers, because especially some kind of NGO, so they may have only personal managers, and some kind of small organizations they can I think they may have only the person who is in charge of appointing or controlling the manpower is called personal manager. Still it exists, but only in governmental sectors. And now we started comparing between person manager as well as HR manager. So person manager, they are administrative focused, whereas HR manager, they are always strategy focused. Okay, in advance they can think of what kind of the manpower which is required for operating the organization. This is going to be the major goal by the human resource, and human resource department may look at the employees as an invaluable asset. They are the real asset for the organization. They never considered employee as a tool for completing the task. They always considered as a asset, because the asset the value of asset can be enhanced by giving the various kinds of training or making the promotions, transfers. It all goes on this. And the jobs are divided on the basis of teamwork, not on based on division of labors. Okay, it's all going to be a teamwork. Say for example, if any kind of projects which is going to be operated in the organization, so from the HR department, we can send any one of the employee who can coordinate with the project team also. This, so project team is a combined of different people from various department with the assistance of HR department. So this is the example I'm giving. Okay, and apart from hiring, remunerating, and training, HR does the role of giving complete support to the employees. For example, fringe benefits, health aspects, and safety related supports, and all legal related compensation facilities and public relations. So these are all the extra work or extra contributions which are identified from the Human Resource Department. And let's all recapitulate the vital points. As I told you, it's all personal management which is administrative oriented and considering employees as a tool, and they always do the limited role like recruiting, remunerating, and hiring, and above all they all make the different kind of jobs based on the divisions of labors. Okay, so now next we are moving on to line and staff role or line and staff role. First we can identify, so before we are moving on to line and staff, just we can identify the importance of personal managers. So in case if you don't find the right person as in personal manager, what kind of the impact can be identified? So let's all think about in case if you hire the wrong person, the entire team which is going to be the wrong team, because the productive level may not be higher actually, and we can have a negative or bitter experience on the basis of turnover. There could be higher level turnover in case if you find the personal manager who cannot perform as we expect us, and people are not doing much contributions because the personal manager would have recruited the right manpower who can keep contributing towards the organizational object, and failing that there could be lots of resources loss, as well as the people cannot do the best contributions, and even the conducting interview which could be useless, because the absolutely useless interviews are done by the personal managers, and lots of illegal issues are being faced in case if you don't find the right personal managers. As you know that we are all making lots of contractual agreements, because thinking on contractual agreements we are in need of personal managers, supporters, and salaries are unfair and unequitable treatment. That means unequal treatment which is given to all the employees, which may be the causes for lots of conflicts. So these are all the major points which indicates the importance of personal management. So let's talk about line and staff aspects of HRM. Line and staff. First of all, we need to identify that who are all line managers, who are all staff managers. So line managers are generally identified as the people who can control the subordinates, and extract the right work towards the productivities. Okay, so they are always related with generating revenues, especially in connection with producing and selling aspects. So they are all doing a very core activity. For example, we can consider marketing, production team, especially production team, sales team, marketing, logistics. So can be given as an example for line managers, as they are entitled to controlling the employees towards the productivities. Okay, so we all think of how the line managers can control the employees. For example, if you are working in a designing area in automobile sections, so you might have given certain kind of ideas about how the product should be, how it how it suits to the particular area. Okay, so the line manager can control the employees and extract more work, whereas staff or staff managers. Staff managers in the sense these people can do sharing advices, supportings, or giving assistance. So these people, especially we can give example, human resource manager is a staff manager. They are not a line manager. Even clerical people, secretarial service related people, accounts people. So we are all highly related with the staff related managing the task. Okay, so they are all called as staff managers. So we can say that line managers directs the work of employees. They direct the works. Okay, whereas line managers, they do supporting, assisting, and advising this. Okay, so what are all the responsibilities are carried out by the line managers? So line manager, first of all, he is giving the right placement based on the ability of the employee, because after the interview, after the screening has been done, for example, foreman has been recruited, so he has to allocate and explain about what level of foreman's works are carried out in the organization, and he can give additional technical related orientation, and he can improve the job performance by giving various kinds of practices or conducting workshop. The line manager can enhance the job performance for employees. Okay, and interpreting the policies and procedures, how the work has to be done in connection with the production level, or in connection with the particular task. Okay, or how the work can be completed in the view of management. Okay, and additionally he can always control the employees in the way of making a labor cost. Okay, because how the labor is getting the salary outside, because he is supposed to know the exact thing, as he can give guidance to the HR people. And creating the right employee morale, because being a line manager, you need to create some kind of enthusiastic situation for an employee, which is a vital part for line manager. And protecting employees support, and protecting employee support in the sense creating and making the right ideas towards the employee in the view of making the right tool. So for example, if you're working in a logistics, so you need to explain about how the products are launched in the different areas, how do we reach, how do we set the different channels in which the product can be reached to different destination. So the line manager is always focusing on the production and selling part. So here we can say that even marketing, it is highly related with selling part. Okay, so they are all very core areas, since it is related with generating incomes. Okay, so the staff managers, they can do staffing. So for example, human resource managers, so they always identify the job analysis. First they need to identify the requirements of manpower. Based on the requirements, the analysis part has to be done. So based on the job analysis, he has to identify the what level of manpower is required to complete the task. So after that, the related training can be given, and the HR related ability which can be enhanced, so that the HR development, which is fully based on how the HR manager can operate the department. The third one is compensation and benefits. Compensation and benefits in the sense how and what we pay for each designation. Okay, because equitable pay, which is always a core value for human resource department, is being an employee who can always think of being paid equally. Okay, and safety and health, because the working environment should be in a very safe positions, and the health related supports can be given, and lots of policy can be created by the HR department in connection with health and safety supports. And employee of labor relations. Okay, so labor relations, which is very much important, is every one of the employee who is working in the organization should know the boundary, what to do and when to do, and how we can do the part, and whatever they are doing, what will be the implications, are we disciplined or not, or how we are contributing the work, and what will be our communications with the other department. So everything is being taught by human resource department. So the staff manager, in the sense human resource manager, who can always do assisting and advising towards the employees. And human resource research is something related with how the analysis part and the perception of the employees, which are quite complex matter. So normally the human resource department to do different kind of research in this aspect. So I hope you people would have understood clearly. So here we have discussed about what all the differences between personnel management as well as human resource management, and line and staff in the view of human resource management, because line and staff manages which are the core area, because we all should know the differences between the line managers as well as staff managers. So I request you to subscribe my channel, and those who like this video, or if you want to clarify any doubts, you can keep asking the questions. Thank you very much.